Alright, so today we're back at Ollie and Kate's brother and sister-in-law's house, and we're going to be checking out this seed, overseeding and seeding another section as well, so let's get into it. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. Alright, well we're back at one of the other project lawns that we've got going at the moment. So this is the one that we hydromulched and we seeded this area just here. So I'm just going to show you guys a quick update of how it's all looking. It has been now three and a bit weeks since we've done it, and very impressed with it at this moment. Since all the heat we've had, the rain, it is going really well. So let me show you these sections. So this is the one we just seeded by hand. Not by hand, as in we didn't hydromulch it. So I did it with spreaders and stuff like that. And I'll tell you what, pretty impressed with it at this stage, just with some sprinklers, manual sprinklers and some timers coming off these taps over here. So as we can see, a couple of bare spots here and there. Now this is really common when you first put your seed out. Very common now. I'm pretty sure there's some Kentucky bluegrass coming up now because it has been 21 days, but I tell you what, it's always hard to tell what seed's what when it's at this stage. Bit of nutgrass in there, a couple of other weeds, which we'll deal with down the track. I'm not too stressed about those. That's the thing you have to deal with this time of year. If you overseed or seed cool season grasses, you're going to be battling weeds, which is not normally why I recommend in autumn, because you don't have as much weed pressure. Now this front section, very impressed with this. I tell you what, the hydromulching, such a better strike rate and very even across the board. Now it is a little bit shorter here because it's a bit shadier, but this looks like ridiculous. Like it looks so good. I wonder if there's any Kentucky bluegrass here. Mostly rye, as I can see. The Kentucky blue will be coming up in the next little bit, but yeah, as you can see, man, like seriously awesome coverage. A couple of weeds in here, but like we've had some really good rainstorms, and this has got no wash at all through this area. A little bit through the front section here, and out the back looks really good as well. We're hydromulched, like seriously impressed. Anyway, that's enough talking. That's an update on the seed. Day 20, I think it's like day 24 or something like that. Just over 3 weeks. And seriously impressed with it. Getting close for its first mow, but we're now going to overseed this and then seed the back section. So overseeding this section now, we're going to use this black dirt here. It's just stuff I get from A&L here in Orange. Some stanky stuff, but it's good because it retains some moisture nicely, and it's got a little bit of nitrogen in there as well. It's called Nitro Tops. Regress. Stupid. They're gonna love this when they smell this after they water it. But anyway, what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna overseed this section and then top dress this whole area with this Nitro top dress here, just to help retain some moisture, as I said, on that seed. Cover it up a little bit because I don't really want to rake seed in to the dirt here, because I'll probably start pulling up some seed. It's just the way it rolls. So we're using that seed again from Advanced Seed, this stuff here, which has got the ryegrass and the Kentucky bluegrass in it. It's got our sowing rates here and our oversowing rate here as well, as you can see up the top here once the camera focuses. There we go. So yeah, it's got all our tips and stuff on here, but this is from Advanced Seed. So again, shout out to those guys for chucking us this seed. Really appreciate it, and you can see it's beautiful stuff. That colour is mint. It's beautiful. It's swallowed a fly. Yuck. And yeah, let's do it. That section is all done. It's starting to get windy now. That's alright, doesn't really matter. Wind's actually nice. Love ryegrass, man, look at that. It's all striped up as well. Classic ryegrass, man. Don't take much to stripe when it's this young and popping through, like, love it. Seriously looks so good. So that, I love it when you put this black stuff down, because it always does make it look a little bit thicker. And now it's really going to grow with that. It's going to love that. It's going to feed off that nitrogen in that top dress there, and just thicken up more and more. So I'm not going to obviously fertilise this area today. We'll do our first fertilise once we've done our first mow, so generally around 6 weeks, so another 3 weeks away, unless this thing just goes absolutely ballistic. We need to get a mow on it. Anyway, that's done. So let's go out the back and let's seed the back now. Right, so this is the back section here. So this is about 200 to 250 square meters, around about there. So I'm gonna put nearly a full bag of this seed down here. It's pretty level, pretty happy with it. So I'm just gonna seed it, put down some fertilizer, some of that wetting agent as well that we used the other week, and then we're basically just gonna rake it in, and that's about it. It's a little bit wet to run the quarter bike over it again to help stamp the seed down, so I might have to bring a roller down another time or something, just because we had like 30 mil of rain yesterday, something, no, not 30 mil, about 20 mil of rain yesterday, so it's still just a little bit wet around the place, which is cool. It doesn't really matter, it's still gonna be fine if we don't rake it in or roll it in, not rake it, sorry, don't put a quad bike over it, if you got one, or roll it in, we're gonna be fine. So yeah, same sort of dealio, seed it, and then in about 2-3 weeks we'll do the same thing we did at the front with the top dress, and putting a little bit more seed out as well. Generally when I overseed, I normally overseed seed 2 to 3 times as well, so do not freak out if you've got bare patches in it, because it is very, very common, basically almost impossible not to get that, because you're gonna have wash, heat, and like you're just putting seed out, so there's just always little risks involved. Birds might eat it, it's just the way it is. So always be prepared to overseed 2-3 times. Sometimes you can go up to 5 times if you get heaps heavy storms, which is just frustrating. So that's the one downside. Seeding is cheaper, but it can be more risque if you're not careful. Right, so we are all done with that now. This is ready for some water on it, and then just water like we talked about in the last video. 4 times a day, if not 5 times a day for 15 minutes, just to make sure this area never dries out. But yeah, that's about it. Make sure you guys follow along. I'll be doing updates on this place, especially out of the front. Soon we'll be getting a mow on this in the next couple of weeks. Just gotta wait for some more of this seed to germinate and cruise along, but man, I'm happy with that. Weeds, we'll deal with, not going to be an issue. I mean, you're always going to deal with weeds when you're overseeding anyway, because we can't get products like Tenacity and stuff over here in Australia like you can in the States, which would be handy, but we just can't. So yeah, anyway, thanks guys so much for watching, really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Wow, can't even speak. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and you guys have a good week. Hey kitty cats, do you like that smell? Smells like poos. What do you reckon? Does it stink?